Namaskar. Welcome back to the example number 22 for the event Marriage Prospects. This example we had a detailed discussion in the previous video. With the help of the EPS table, we studied a male chart who got married at his 18 or 19 years of age due to compulsion after his mother's death. His family members compelled him to get married as per mother's wish. But without his consent, interest, due to family circumstances, he got married. But what happened after a few years, that first wife left him. It means that period was not supportive during that period he got married. And the destiny also should support for such signification and also should support for the second marriage also. So after that period, and during the favorable period, he got his second marriage also. The same chart we are going to discuss now with the help of the PILT table, how the key planets were useful in finding the destiny and also the Dasa Bhuktī periods for the event. Let us examine the birth chart with the help of the PILT table in this video. Example 22, second marriage. In this video, we are going to study with the PILT table. Now let us examine the PILT table of this birth chart. This is the birth chart of that male native. And though we are going to study the second marriage, but let us now examine the first marriage. And the first marriage, second marriage significations are almost same only. Only the difference will be for the first marriage. Seventh house will be only house will be there in the primary favorable house. But in the second marriage, along with that 7, 9 also will be coming. So the first marriage 9 will be coming in the supportive. But for the second marriage, 9 and 7 both will come under the primary. So with the help of that signification, we can identify easily. Now let us examine, with the PILT table, how the marriage prospects are signified. Let me open that self-significators and let me use the EPS colors and also KP check all. Now we have to check the destiny. Look at the self-signification planet. Most of the planet except Sun and Jupiter and Saturn. Sun, Jupiter and Saturn are having green colors and Moon has got blue and the remaining are all pink. It means all are mixed one. So the Rahu, you can see 6th sublord and 12th sublord and also 9th sublord. So 11th occupant and 6, 9 and 12. So this is having mixed signification. It is supportive for second marriage because 9 is present and 6 and 12 are not good for the marriage prospects. Anyway, let us examine the destiny. 7th lord is Venus, Karaka planet. 7th sublord is Saturn. Saturn is good key planet, definitely is having good signification. So, we have to check Saturn, how the destiny is promising. Now let us examine the Venus 7th lord. 7th lord in the star of Mars, and that Mars Mars is also pink shade. 7th lord Venus also pink and Mars also pink, and 2A level is moon is good, blue, and moon is forming rudder link, and sublord is Saturn is good, and that way sublord is forming rudder link to the 2A level only. But you can see Jupiter is there and the source level. And 2A level has got Sun and Saturn also having Sun and Moon, and the star lord of the sublord is Mercury. Mercury also good only because of the Rahu 6 and 12 is coming. It is given pink shade, but Mercury, its sign lord Sun is good. It means what? That 5th lord is having some mixed signification, but it has got good key planet and the support that is supportive. In the supports, and also sublord itself is a very good key planet. So that way Venus 5th lord is having some weakness at the star level, but sub level is good and good key planet in supports. Now let us examine the 7th cuspal sublord, that is Saturn. 7th lord we checked, Karaka planet also we checked. Now we are going to check the 7th cuspal sublord, that is Saturn. Saturn is good and having got other key planet in supports also, but star level and sub level Mercury, Ketu, Rahu, Mars are all mixed one. It means they are all having some mixed significator. So only by way of EPS table study, we can check what are they signifying. So what are the grouping they form. Seventh cuspal sublord Saturn in the star of Mars is 16748. It indicates 7 house going to get some impact unfavorable, and but getting some support from this. And 12 level planet is Ketu representing Jupiter is fine, and sublord is Rahu. Rahu is indicating favorable and also unfavorable. 9 is good, 11 is good, and Mercury. So this result giving planet Rahu, it is indicating separation also, and 11 and 9, it is supportive for the second marriage also. Saturn itself, if you can see, 7 sublord having got 3, 4, 9, 1, 5, and 137, all are supportive for more than a marriage, because 9 is present and supported by the other favorable houses. And Saturn in the star of Mercury, though it is having mixed one, it is also having 5 and 11 representing Rahu. It is, ninth sublord. So that sublord of the seventh house, destiny, is indicating some weakness along with that favorable, and also sublord planet is indicating separation also. We can see that 6 central cuspal sublord and also supportive for the second marriage. And you can see Saturn is forming rodal link to the sublevel planet, and other planets are also present. So it indicates destiny planet, Saturn in the star and sub of a planet are mixed. There are no blue or no green is present. That itself is indicating some weakness. Based on the house signification, we could identify that it is supportive for progeny, supportive for marriage, and also it is supportive for separation. So all the planet in supports are all further supporting for the marriage prospect. So destiny is indicating some weakness that we have to keep it in mind. Now, Dasalad, at the time of his mother expired, then, he was running actually Venus Mahadasa. Venus Mahadasa, that is the seventh Lord planet, that itself is running as the Dasalad. So, at the time of marriage, Venus Dasa, Rahu Bugdi was running. Venus Dasa, Rahu Bugdi was running, and he was compelled to get married during the Venus Dasa, Rahu Bugdi, Venus Antra itself. Venus Antra is fine because sublord is Saturn and 2 level moon, and there is seventh lord also. The Antra, it is okay. But whereas you can see that Bugdi is not very strong. Bugdi is Rahu, Mars, Moon, Rahu, Mars. So all are coming, on mixed planets only strongly playing. The strong favorable key planet which is present in the Dasa Lord is Moon. Moon is playing, and Saturn. Moon is there here, and role of Saturn is not playing, but role of Saturn and Jupiter are there in the support. So these planets in the supports are supporting to the rulers for the marriage prospects, but it is not as per the interest of the native. So during the compulsion, during the supports only, that Rahu was supportive for the marriage, but it is not strongly favorable. So when during the unfavorable period, on compulsion, something is happening due to compulsion or for some circumstances. If it is completely unfavorable, it will not support. Because of the support planets are supporting to the mixed planets, so it is during the compulsion, due to the compulsion, it can support for the event. That too, in Venus only it happened. Venus Dasa, Rahu Bugdi, Venus Antra, that native got the first marriage. But you can see, that destiny already having that unfavorable key planets are playing role. That Rahu, Mars is the unfavorable key planet of the destiny. That planet itself, is ruling in the Bugdi Lord. Rahu, Mars are playing role. So that is not going to be favorable. Right? So now the Dasa Lord also not very strong. Only the sublord is fine. Other planets are having weakness. You can see Mars is strongly unfavorable. Mars itself is ruling at the star level. Now, during that Mars Antra, after the Venus, Venus Dasa, Ragu Bugdi, Venus Antra marriage happened. Within that Ragu Bugdi, Sun was okay because Sun is favorable. And Moon also supportive because Moon sublord is Saturn is favorable. Here Saturn is favorable. So these planets supported for the retention of the marriage. But during that Mars Antra, which is free from the Saturn and also having the unfavorable Rahu and Moon, Mars in their rulers, those star level Moon is fine, but planet and 2A level and star sublord and all these things are favorable, and Mars also forming ruler link to the second level. So during Rahu Dasa, sorry, Venus Dasa, Rahu Bugdi, Mars Antra, that his first wife left. Separation happened during that period because Bugdi Lord is very bad. Within that Bugdi, in the supportive Antra, marriage happened. And because Sun and Moon are supportive, that there was no separation. And during that Mars, Antra, which is free from Saturn, that separation happened. So when separation happened, then that native Venus Dasa Rahu Bugdi over, right? Then Venus itself will be able to give a second marriage during its period. As we are aware that Venus Dasa is already having the even marriage because of the Saturn and other supports. Venus is not strong enough to give the marriage during its the other period because Venus Rahu, the first marriage happened and the separation also happened. After that, Jupiter is running. Jupiter is not strong. Then Saturn is not strong. Mercury is not strong. Ketu is not strong. So all are mixed. So that Venus itself is not very strong. So that way that Venus Dasa in its other Bugdis will not be strongly favorable for the second marriage. Now, when we are talking about the second marriage, you have to keep it in mind. The colors we have given for the first marriage, as I said, when the event changed to second marriage, seventh house also will be coming under the, sorry, ninth house also will be coming under the primary house. So ninth house is ninth sublord is Ragu. Ragu is mixed one along with that ninth sublord. So definitely we have to keep it in mind that Ragu will be comparatively better, right? And the moon also will be strong. Anyway, so now we have to check Venus Dasa over. After that, Sun Dasa started. Look at the Sun Dasa. Sun is having all the rulers are favorable. So Sun is favorable for the marriage prospect. That we could easily, find it. Sun in the star of Saturn, good key planet, primary cuspal sublord key planet, and that also having, you can see Rahu at all levels are present. Rahu is a free planet, its role is limited, and Rahu itself is a strong, ninth sublord and also 6 and 12. It is separation also supported, and second marriage also supported, especially Mercury is very good. Mercury is at the 2 level planet and forming ruler link to all levels. It is good. So Sun is very good for the second marriage, right? Because it is occupying 9th house and very good houses. So, but definitely should have got the first marriage itself, should have done in the Sun book Dasa itself. Sun Dasa, but unfortunately, the destiny is the seventh cuspal sublord Saturn, the star and sub of this planet supported for the separation, and it's supported for the marriage and also separation. So, because of that, Rahu sublord destiny is indicating separation and also second marriage. So that the destiny supported for the first marriage and also separation, and the second marriage happened during that Sun Dasa, Sun Bugdi, Sun Antra itself, when the Dasa Lord itself is strongly favorable with all the good key planets in own Bugdi, own Antra, the native, that will favor for the marriage. So that way you can see, if you look at all the planets, Sun is the only planet having got all the rulers except the 2A level. That Mercury also, it is favorable only. It is mixed one, but with some weakness. But all the rulers with the green color planets, good key planets, only Sun. So no other planets are having that. So then Sun Dasa, Sun Bhukti, Sun Antra itself favored for the second marriage. So I think we're able to understand how the, key planners were useful in finding the destiny and also dasa periods. And also we should keep it in mind when one period is supportive for event and also indicating some unfavorable on account of some circumstances. If something is happening, definitely it will going to be in failure. I think you're able to understand. We'll meet in the next example. Good luck.